Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear viewers, today we are going to take up a very important, very interesting point by W.B. Yeats. It is when you are old. पोइम पे जाने से पहले थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड देखते हैं कि पोइट कौन है और पोइम किस नवीयत की है और ये शख्स कितना बड़ा पोइट था। इसको समझने के लिए हमें इसके बैकग्राउंड में जाना ज़रूरी होगा। सबसे पहली बात ये कि W.B. येट्स जो थे वो डुबलिन में पैदा हुए, यानी आयरलैंड के थे वो। तो उसका जो पोइटिक अंदाज था, ही वॉज अ वेरी ग्रेट पोइट, नॉट बिकॉज उसने बहुत अच्छी अच्छी पोएमें लिखी हैं। तो जो हमारे सिलेबस में जो किताब है, बुक है, ये पोएम है, ये उन पोएम्स में से एक है। बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग पोएम है, बट देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम विद द कैमरा बिकॉज आई वांट टू कीप इट स्टैंडिंग बट इट डजंट। सो बात करते हैं W.B. येट्स की। तो ये W.B. येट्स जो है, ये 13 जून 1865 डुबलिन में पैदा हुए, यानी एंग्लो आयरिश पोइट थे। और ही डाइड इन 28 जनवरी 1939। ठीक, हु ही वाज, ये इसका इन्फ्लुएंस जो था, ये स्पेंसर ने इसको इन्फ्लुएंस किया था। इसको रॉबर्ट हेरिक, समटाइम्स शेले, ब्राउनिंग, ये सारे इसके मास्टर्स, यानी जिनसे ये ही वाज इंस्पायर्ड। आयरिश आयरलैंड में तब एक it was actually under control of Britons. So on the one hand, he was a nationalist poet. He was writing poems to bring up the fervor, to bring up the nationalist element among his people. But on the other hand, he was also a very big love poet. He himself was in love with Maud Gonne. Maud Gonne, a famous lady who he actually proposed for a long time for the marriage, but she rejects and denies all the time. And in her memory, he is writing this poem. He was also a Nobel Prize winner in 1929. He won the Nobel Prize for literature. So you can imagine how big a poet he was. Number one. Number second, his many poems are very famous because he was sometimes, I shall call him a mystic poet. Why mystic? Poets must have that mystic element in them or with them, because it's mystery. When it's revealed to these people, they start feeling different from rest of the world, from rest of the people. So they are not actually common men. They are somebody extraordinary. So let's read out the poem, the text, and then we'll understand how he was a big poet. The poem begins with, "When you are old and grey and full of sleep." This is direct address. When you are somebody, the poet addresses with second person pronoun you. It's actually somewhere when two people are talking together. There is a dialogue going between. uh, somebody says you, or on the other side, the somebody says you, then it's a one-to-one conversation. So in this way, he begins this, line of the poem itself. When you are old and grey and full of sleep, means he's perceiving more gone before him. And he says, when you are old and grey and full of sleep, when you are not young, when you are old, when you are grey and full of sleep, these all adjectives have been used for this lady, as though gray, full of sleep, and old. These are the symptoms of old age. These are some indications that when one grows old, he, he becomes sleepy, he turns gray, he becomes energyless, listless. All these things. So, and nodding by the fireside. The second thing he says, nodding by the fireside, means when somebody is old, he says, means he or she is not in a position to hold him or herself, uh, you know, hold him or herself standing. And somebody who is not able to talk, with energy, is not able to hold his or her, head high with that stiffness. So nodding itself is an adjective used for Morgan by the poet. But he says, when you are old, means the age will come, the time will come when you will have, the poet says to his beloved, when you will have lost the interest in life, you will have lost the interest in all those things that you are now at the right time, right now, you are dangling for, you're hankering for, you're going after. All these things, when you will lose them one by one, what would happen? Take down this book. There is serious, you know, citation. Take down this book. Means this book does not mean the book that we are going to read in our, routine course in 10th class syllabus. No, he is talking about the book in which there is a poem like this. When you are old, he is not talking about the poem. He's talking about the book, entire book, and find out this poem. He says, and find out this poem. It's an interesting poem, and it will give you a kind of energy. It will rejuvenate your nerves. It will give you a sensation of youth. It will give you a sensation of your prime days of life. Those days that used to be very charmful for you, because all around people used to admire your eyes, your lips, your hair, your style, and everything you have had. Okay. And then and slowly read and dream of the soft looks. Then he suggests, Margon, slowly, don't go hastily, don't go hastily, don't go quickly. He says, slowly read and dream of the. When you will read, you will dream, you'll think, you will remember your old days, the days when you were very much proud of your beauty, when you were very much egoistic of your beauty, when you were always allowed to be praised, be applauded. All these things he says. Your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. Now, second thing, you are beautiful. You are beautiful because people around you admire you. When they admire you, it means you have something like beauty. That's why people admire you. When your eyes had once very, very beautiful. These were very beautiful days and looks. Your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. Abik, shadows deep. It means that metaphorically as used, shadows deep. झील जैसी आंखें, वो आंखें जो डीप थी, और they were very beautiful. Shadows deep means when you put up your eyelids and put down your eyelids, shut down your eyelids, it would create a kind of havoc to the people who would love you. These acts would kill the hearts of the people around you or those who loved you. How many loved your moments of glad grace? There were many people, there were many men in the queues, in the lines, loved your moments of glad grace. They loved your grace. They loved your youth. They loved your those moments. Those were very much attractive, fascinating, sometimes mesmerizing, and loved your beauty with love. Some people loved your beauty with love means the expression, their expression they found the expression of love. False or true? I don't say. He says, I don't say they may be all false. There may be some people who would truly love you. But there would be some people who would love just your face, beauty, your structure, your physical visage, your complexion, all this. But one man loved pilgrim soul in you. He says that there was one person who didn't love your face, didn't love your eyes, didn't love your teeth, didn't love your nose, didn't love your body, your chest, your physical appearance. There was a person who loved the pilgrim soul. Very, I cannot express the meaning of this pilgrim soul. It has got a lot of connotations. For me, this person believed in Oriental philosophy. What it means? It means people believed in life after death. People who believe in life after death, for them, soul is something that's immortal, that never dies. When soul is something that never dies, it's something that will remain everlasting. And he says, the poet says, that I didn't love your mortal things, I loved your immortal soul. Because soul is something that I would love forever. Because the thing that I would find forever, and I have the feelings and attachment, that's your soul, and it will never die. My love for you will never die, and your immortal soul will never will never see a kind of disconnection from my side. So he believed in, as Robert Browning believes in the same thing, in the same philosophy of believing in the immortality of soul. So this is how he writes some dramatic monologues. See? But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you. One person that loved your soul, one person that loved your spirit, one person that loved your software, I must say. That software of yours is immortal. It's not never going to die. Even if you die, even if your eyes will go, will perish, all these things, but something that will remain there, that will remain forever. That is the soul. And I aspire for the union with your soul, not here, because you always denied me on the earth, always denied me in this life. After this life, I'm going to get a kind of union with you that I would like to love. And loved the sorrows of your changing face. The poet is very interesting. He says, being your love, I was observing even the slightest and tiniest things, the minute change I was observing, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. I loved even the sorrows of your changing face. You sometimes, whenever you were full of sorrow, when you had a kind of trouble, hardship, I would observe all these things, and I would love. I would come to help you, but there was always a denial from your side. So I even loved your this soul. And bending down besides the glowing bars, bending there's a this is something that's going deep down. There's a barrier, glowing. We murmur a little sadly, how love left. And then this is the youth goes away, and all these things, bending down the glowing bars. These are some metaphorical items we'll be talking the next video, but today I'm going to give you the explanation and the summary. Okay, bending down besides the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled. Then you will say, or you will within you, your mind and your conscious level or unconscious or subconscious level, you will just feel how love fled, how those old prime days fled, how the best time of the life fled, how it went away. You will be feeling a kind of sorry. And paced upon the mountains overhead, and his face amid a crowd of stars. Paced upon the mountains overhead. Paced upon the mountains overhead means there's something gloom, murkiness, troublesome. Life is not going to be good. It's all the way. It's going to be a very, you know, it's an imprisonment now, because this soul, this is just in jail, because you know, the cover is not you know, healthy. The cover, I mean the body, is not healthy. It's not taking the taste of things. It's all the five senses are losing their strength, and the things will start, you know, becoming disaster, devastating. Okay, and his face amid a crowd of stars. There's a face that's seen in the crowd of stars, the shining star, something that's always looked for, looked on with great pride. Okay, thank you very much for today. Inshallah, in the next lesson, we'll be talking about the figures of speech, and then we'll be talking with explanation, the rest of the things. Thank you very much.